Hi everyone, my name is Luca. I'm a senior in college studying biochemistry and competing in track and field. After I graduate this spring, I plan to attend physical therapy school. Right now, I feel very confident in this trajectory and hope that this account helps hold me accountable to my values and future goals. I'll be sharing information, insight, inspiration, and kind of tracking my ideas and thoughts as I enter this new career path. I think a good place to start is by talking about why I chose to move forward in this direction to begin with. I majored in biochemistry because I was very keen on grasping physiology and health on a very intricate level, so that one day I could kind of apply it to real life scenarios. Physical therapy was on my radar from my injuries as an athlete, but I always imagined myself kind of shooting for medical school. However, when the time came to decide, which was about a year ago now, I realized that the medical school route may not be for me. In short, I kind of realized that this path may have locked me into a greater healthcare system that did not resonate with me morally. While modern medicine is a huge accomplishment of humanity and has benefited countless people, I find the current state of the healthcare system to be very corporate and financially motivated. Pushing expensive pharmaceuticals and invasive procedures often propagates health issues and kind of drives forward this symptom-based approach to care. Please know that I mean no offense in saying this. I fully acknowledge that I definitely have several blind spots in my reasoning, but this is kind of simply what my experiences up to this point have led me to believe. I'm a big fan of the Gooby and Dooby channel on YouTube. For those who don't know, this is the channel of a retired neurosurgeon who kind of became fed up with the approach to wellness of the modern healthcare system. From my understanding, this was largely due to his observations of patients in the clinic, where they would kind of improve their conditions primarily on the basis of lifestyle factors and the kind of habit modification, and not the actual procedures or medications that he was kind of doing or overseeing. Because focusing on prevention isn't particularly profitable, the attention of modern healthcare is often shifted elsewhere. That being said, I think that healthcare is a beautiful profession. Someone once told me that the first sign of humanity wasn't kind of depictions or tools, but actually an archaeological finding of a healed femur, which kind of served as a sign that a human cared and nurtured another human back to good health. I view the current issues in the healthcare system as a challenge that can be improved upon and not kind of a hopeless situation. This kind of brings me back to physical therapy. I'm drawn to the profession because of its non-invasive nature and dependence on habit modification and prevention. This kind of makes it inherently difficult and often not concrete in its conclusion, but I believe that the pillars of the physical therapy field hold many answers and solutions that can be applied to other areas. Given how fresh the field of physical therapy is, I believe that it has ample room for expansion and evolution. The field is currently highly musculoskeletal injury rehabilitation oriented, but I believe that it can continue blossoming in new directions, kind of getting into more preventative medicine and more holistic care spheres. So yeah, that's kind of my mindset going into the next chapter of my life. I see physical therapy school as the best option I have to stay true to my values, remain committed long term, and kind of make the most positive impact possible. So in order to begin building my knowledge to eventually contribute to this version of physical therapy that I imagine to be possible, I'm opting to hone my extracurricular attention to a specific area of study. I'm incredibly drawn to the two-way connection between our muscles and our brains and how this relationship can be leveraged. I think a lot of my fascination with this kind of area of study comes from personal experience. I've been a pole vaulter for about 5 years now and have had a lot of different kind of genres of mental health problems and mood, performance, eating, etc. Through these experiences I went through, I kind of recognized how using my body and muscles had an impact on my brain chemistry and how those changes kind of went to influence my mood, behavior, and everything else. Because of my studies in biochemistry, I have the tools to be able to understand the scientific processes that these experiences were based on. And yeah, after kind of involving myself in this area of research, I think it's very satisfying to uncover kind of this cutting edge research that's very novel and filled with very exciting literature. So yeah, essentially our skeletal muscles are one of the few tissues that we can control voluntarily. So knowing that they have an impact on our brains can open many doors from my perspective. I think the mind-muscle axis is very captivating, and it serves as the foundation for this account name, Myomentia, myo meaning muscle and mentia meaning mind. I'm very excited to kind of deeply explore this topic and see how my physical therapy education plays into it. So yeah, that's pretty much the brief rundown of my state and the experiences that brought me there. I'm looking forward to giving this initiative a solid shot, so thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one.